Hey guys, it's Coach Kathy here, and I'm all ready to go for a walk with Mr. Rusty, but first I need to put my groceries away. I had to go in town today and have some blood work done, and then I went and got some groceries, and I thought, I bet people would like to see what I actually buy when I get groceries, so let's take a look and see what my grocery haul is. As you probably know, when you are striving for weight loss or for health purposes, you know you should shop the perimeter of the grocery store. And that's where the majority of my shopping gets done. There's very, very little that I actually go into the aisles for. I think it's unreasonable to think we're never going to go into the aisles because you need coffee and you need tea. And maybe you do use some sweetener of some sort. And, you know, there's some things that are in the aisles that are perfectly healthy, like your canned vegetables and your canned fruit that are canned in their own juices, not in syrup. And so, yeah, I mean, sometimes you're going to go into the aisles, and I still like seasoning packets. You know, with those things, there's always a hierarchy of ingredients and a hierarchy of quality of ingredients, but I really like old El Paso taco seasoning, so that's what I use, and that's okay. You do the best you can with what you have and what you know. And if you have the time and the money and the resources to make everything from scratch, buying your own spices, then that's awesome. You can go ahead and do that. I used to be an Epicure consultant, and I would get a lot of really high quality things from Epicure too. But you know what? It's a Wednesday. I was in town. There was things I needed, so I got them. So you do the best you can. Anyways, moving along in my handy dandy 31 tote here. I'm just going to show you some things that I got. I did get some fresh blueberries. I got some fresh strawberries. Again, organic is always best, so you can not be, especially with the dirty dozen. If there's things that you are going to be eating the peelings of, like an apple and different things like that, it's always best to go organic if you can afford to, number one, and number two, if it's an option. But as always, just wash everything really well. And here's another little pro tip. Shop during the week. Wednesdays and Thursdays, everything is going to be getting marked down because there's going to be new produce arriving on Friday for all of the weekend shoppers. So I love to shop on like a Wednesday or a Thursday because then you get these perfect mushrooms that are 50% off. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these, and I paid half for them. So I don't know about you, but I'd like to budget shop. Same thing with this broccoli slaw, 50% off. There is not a darn thing wrong with this. I'm actually not going to make a salad out of this. I'm going to use this in one of our meal preps on Friday. So a lot of this you're going to see again because these are going to be coming up on Friday. But living on an island and being 2 ferry trips away, one over, one back, if I have to be on the mainland for something like blood work, I'm going to get my groceries on that same day. So everything that I bought today, you're going to be seeing again in some form with the video on Friday with Lisa and I. And also, sometimes we need to work smarter, not harder. So I like buying things that make work easier for me, like these pre-shredded carrots. I loathe using a box grater, and it doesn't matter if it's for cheese or carrots or whatever vegetables. So if I can buy them pre-chopped, to me, it's worth $1 more because I'm going to make it up somewhere else probably. So I love those. Love my cilantro. These were new. I just saw these. These are egg bites. And so I usually get the ones that are at Costco, but these had different flavors. These are bacon and cheddar and egg, and these are roasted red pepper, I think like 5 cheese and egg. So these are great to just pop in the microwave for like a minute and a half, and you've got a high protein thing to just have as a snack or for a breakfast, or I like putting them on top of a salad. It's kind of something different. And I definitely got my shredded cheddar and my shredded mozzarella for those awesome Red Lobster biscuits. Love them. I always need peppers. I put those in everything. And I prefer to get nitrate-free deli meat, but I usually get that in Calais. So for right now, I just got some ham. Sometimes it's just nice to have that to throw in with something. Again, these are gorgeous French-style fresh green beans. 50% off. I'll take it. And I have, these are new and I can't wait to try these. These are frozen Brussels sprouts that also have candied onions or caramelized onions and beets. So these are 3 things that I love. They've already been cooked. The only thing I have to do is reheat these. So remember, pick a protein, pick a side that's non-starchy. This is it. These are going to be awesome. And gotta love some brie. This was on sale. Brie has that vitamin K2 that I've been talking about a lot. When you take your vitamin D3, which most of us in North America are deficient in, but you don't also take K3 with it, it's going to bind to calcium, and that calcium might end up in your bones and teeth, but it can also end up as plaque and get stuck in your arterial walls or in other soft tissue. So, or even maybe a kidney stone. So when you have K2, vitamin K2, it is not potassium. It's separate from that. It's like monoquinone or something. I can't remember the official name. But anyways, when you take K2 with D3, they bond and they go directly to your bones and teeth, which is exactly where you want them. So it's found in the rind of brie, actually. So this is a super healthy cheese. I like this hot. I like this cold. I like it with fruit. I like it savory. I did get some Honeycrisp apples because 'tis the season. I got some kielbasa sausage. It was on sale. I'll try to stay in the camera view. Ooh, I did stop into Glenn and Polly's blueberry shop on the main street, and I got some of the keto strawberry cheesecake to try. So this should be yummy. I cannot wait to try that. And these look like an excellent side. I've never seen these before. They're made by President's Choice for those of you in Canada. So even though I got these in St. George, they'd be available at any superstore. And they're pre-grilled eggplant. This could be made into baba ganoush if you like that roasted eggplant and garlic dip. You could use it as a base for a noodle-free eggplant parmesan, or you could use it and make your own ratatouille. I mean, it's so annoying to cut and slice and salt and drain and then cook eggplant. Eggplant's annoying to cook, but it's delicious and it's very low carb. So they've done the work for you. This was like $4 for this great big bag of it. So that was exciting. We're low on our yogurt bark. I actually don't have any left. We ate the rest of it last night. So I looked at all the yogurts that were available there. They didn't have a huge selection, but you do want to be buying Greek because Greek is going to have the most protein. Now this I ended up buying because it had the lowest amount of carbohydrates. It wasn't fat-free. Nothing fat-free goes in my shopping cart, especially dairy. And it has really good protein. So this has 16 grams of protein. There was one made by Oikos that was a higher protein yogurt. It had 19 grams of protein, which is awesome, but it had all kinds of fillers in it. And it just didn't have the quality ingredients like this does. This is just milk and active milk cultures, live active cultures. So this was a big win for me. And 3/4 of a cup is going to have 120 calories, 4 grams of fat, 6 carbs, but 16 grams protein. So this is going to be turned into my yogurt bark, which is what I bought the fresh fruit and the frozen fruit for. I like getting a fruit medley blend. You always want to make sure these aren't frozen with additional sugars. You always want to make sure if you're buying frozen fruit, it's just frozen fruit. If there's some citric acid in there, that's fine too. It's actually a good thing if you're iron deficient. It's going to help you bind with your iron. But just make sure there's no added sugar in any frozen fruits that you're buying. Now, these aren't particularly low carb, but again, a couple of meals a week, I like to have something that's not my 80% that I eat all the time. This would be a 20% food, but I've heard these are really good. And so these are the new Smoke and Stampede corn ribs, and you throw these in the air fryer, and they're just, corn ribs kind of had a moment this summer, and I never got to try them, so I'm trying them today. Again, it's the middle of the week. All of the meat is going to be on sale. Hamburger and steak and anything beef related is wild expensive right now. Everything I got for meat was 30% off today, and that's a huge savings. So I was able to get cuts of beef and pre-made burgers, and I believe I've got some pork too. Oh, I did, yes. So I got these pork cutlets. I mean, they're not discolored. They don't smell. There's nothing wrong with these, but they're 30% off because they need to make room for Friday shipment. And a lot of you ask what I drink for milk. I mean, I'm not really a big milk drinker anyway, but it does show up in a lot of recipes. If I'm going to drink it, it's going to either be this brand, which is Joya. I don't know if you can see that there. And it's got 18 grams of protein in 8 ounces. That is amazing. So, and also is lower carbs. This has 19 grams of carbs compared to 9 compared to like 16 for regular milk. So I always buy full fat. I never buy fat-free dairy. And this is, I think it's around $5, maybe $5.50. So it's not even that much more expensive than regular milk. It tastes amazing. You will never notice the difference, but it has double the protein of regular milk. And if I am in Calais or shopping in the States, I'm going to be buying Fairlife. Got some 18% milk fat coffee cream to go with my coffee in the morning. And that's just more of the same, more steak, more hamburger patties, and I did get 2 rotisserie chickens. These are cheaper at Costco, but I wasn't at Costco today. But absolutely, you cannot go buy a raw chicken, cook it yourself, and get it for, these are $12. I think Costco's are around 8 or 9 now. But if you buy a chicken in the store, they're about 14, and then you have to cook it for an hour. So this is saving you time. It's saving you money. I get 2 of these when I go. I pick the meat off of it. I save the bones, and I turn it into broth. So back to the inner aisles. Behind me, I did put on the table some of my produce and some of the canned goods that I got. I'm just going to walk back here, and hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. We'll see how this goes. So I have some artichoke hearts, some mandarin oranges, some pasta sauce, some crushed pineapple in its own juices. It's not in heavy syrup. I have some coconut milk. I have some black olives. I have some diced tomatoes. And if I'm going to buy diced tomatoes, I always buy the ones that are seasoned because more flavor is always a good thing. I got my flakes of chicken. I got some cashews that were on sale. That's going to go into an Asian cashew chicken dish on Friday. I got a turnip. I got a butternut squash. I got some sweet potatoes, some cucumbers, a regular squash, some beef stew seasoning, some packets of brown gravy, and like I said, I like the old El Paso, so I got some. But anyways, that was basically it. And I do have quite a bit more beef in here, but my total today was $279. And honestly, I've got a lot of food here in front of me, and I did get some multiples of some frozen things too. I don't think I did too bad. I was quite pleased that I was able to get that all in one store and get so much on sale. So stay tuned and see what I'm going to do with all of this on Friday with Miss Lisa. And if you have any questions, as always, comment down below. Thanks, guys. See you later.